Hello and welcome to Quays News. I'm Cameron Gordon.
And I'm Luke Pearson. Today's top story. Roughly 100 firefighters have attended the scene of a massive fire at an industrial unit on Albert Royd Street in Rochdale at around 1 o'clock this morning. Residents living near to the building have been advised to keep their doors and windows closed to protect against a number have been evacuated from their homes, Our reporter Lauren Millward went to the scene of the fire and spoke to local resident Jacqueline Williams.
The smouldering remains of a fireworks unit in Rochdale. Around 100 firefighters from Greater Manchester Fire and Rescue Service fought the blaze at its height. Residents were awoken in the early hours of this morning.
Yeah, about 12:30, 1 o'clock this morning. Young Asians was knocking on the door, telling us that the building was on fire. Nobody did anything by this time, but then next minute it exploded. So we all had to evacuate into neighbours' houses.
So the neighbours actually took you in?
Yeah.
And said that you could stay here for
Yeah. Till about 4:30, 5 this morning. It started going down a bit then.
Did the police say you can go back in, or have they had any involvement? Or?
No. Nobody's come here, official. No.
So it's literally the
We
residents.
did it ourselves. Yeah, took it on our own back. We had to do.
Residents have took charge.
Yeah. Obviously, it's still a fire now, so you can imagine the blaze.
Several schools have been shut and some residents have been evacuated from their homes as precaution to avoid the smoke. Some train services have also been stopped and delayed around the area, making it a hard day for commuters. The area manager of the service said crews had worked tirelessly throughout the night. Although the blaze is now under control, crews are still expected to be here throughout the course of the day.
Keeping with Rochdale, the council has confirmed that they are proceeding with the plans to build a £100 million shopping centre in the town. The development, named Rochdale Riverside, will provide around 1,000 jobs and nearly £20 million a year to the local economy, as Rory Cowan explains.
It was not long ago that Rochdale was a hub for retail. But like many satellite towns, the dawn of online shopping saw the decimation of its high street. However, Rochdale Council has partnered up with Generating Kojima to build a multi-million-pound leisure development here in the town centre. The 20,000 square foot Riverside development will see 24 shops and restaurants set up in Rochdale. But what benefits will this bring to the town?
Rochdale Riverside itself will bring in new retailers and better quality retailers into the town centre. One of the things that Rochdale, from a retailing point of view, suffers from is a lot of shoppers going to other town centres like Bury and Manchester. So there's a lot of what we call retail leakage to other towns. So what we're seeking to do is address that and get Rochdale people shopping in Rochdale, which then increases the footfall through the town centre, which then has spin-off benefits for other retailers as well.
But with the dawn of online shopping, has this project got a real future?
In terms of the the near future, we're already at 60% let the scheme. So the retailers themselves have confidence in the scheme that it's got a sustainable future. What we have done is we've actually pulled the scheme back. It's reduced in size from the original concept that we had sort of 7 or 8 years ago. So we have taken that into account. But all the indicators are that there is that demand in Rochdale for people still wanting to actually come out and physically shop.
The project is said to create more than 1,000 jobs. But what do local people think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good for the council. I think it'll hopefully, rejuvenate the community, bring more money and more people into Rochdale, and hopefully create a lot more jobs as well.
Rory Cowan, Quays News.
According to cancer charities, more people than ever are dying from prostate cancer, which has overtaken breast cancer as the third highest cause of death from the disease.
Our reporter Matthew Wood spoke to Professor Michael Lasanti from the University of Salford to find out more.
We think that prostate cancer is almost part of the natural aging process. All cancer is an aging-associated disease, but especially prostate cancer. And
why is that?
And we don't know the mechanism, but we do know that if you randomly sample patients that are 70 or older, more than 50% of them will have prostate cancer, whether they don't know it or not. Most cancers start to increase, especially around 50. And I think that's true for breast and also for prostate.
In the studio now, we have our reporter Matthew Wood. Matt, what kind of statistics do we have on this disease?
Yeah, so since about 1999, the number of people dying from prostate cancer has gradually increased, and it's now to the point where it's the third biggest cancer killer in the UK, and about 11,800 people are dying from it in the country.
What are the reasons for this increase in recent years?
Well, as Professor Lasanti said, a lot of it's to do with an ageing population. People getting older, they become more susceptible to disease. However, he also mentioned that compared to 100 years ago, about 80% of environmental factors play a part in hereditary cancers. So that's including the additives in our food, the pollution in our air, and sedentary lifestyles all, result in these cancers.
All right, thank you, Matt. Now, here's something a bit more light-hearted for you, Luke. The university's dance society, Suds, is performing their first show of the year tomorrow and Saturday.
The show is called The Book of Legends and will feature iconic dances from Elvis, Prince and Beyonce, as well as many more, as Anthony Pilling reports.
Whether you're a Billy Elliot on the up or want to try something new, Salford University has come to accommodate all forms of dancers, from tap to contemporary to break and modern. Rehearsals have been coming thick and fast this week for their upcoming show.
We had a lot of ideas for the show, but I was very passionate about doing Legends because because it creates such an iconic performance. It's so recognisable to the audience. People will come and watch it, they'll know all of the songs, and it'll just be great.
2018 marks the 10th birthday of the Salford University Dance Society, who go by the name of Suds. With 64 members this year, the group are planning to go on last year's shows.
The first half is all old legends from the past, and then we've decided that the second half is going to be legends of present and future. So we've got in the first half people like Michael Jackson, Madonna, Amy Winehouse, Proud Mary, Tina Turner, and in the second half we've got Ed Sheeran, Beyonce, a lot of people.
So with Book of Legends set to go, Suds have 2 consecutive shows tomorrow and Saturday in the New Adelphi Theatre. Tickets are on sale via the Facebook page, so claim your seat for what's set to be their biggest show to date. Anthony Pilling, Quays News.
A new housing development in East Manchester will see derelict houses transformed into modern, affordable housing.
The scheme will also see over 100 existing homes radically improved to meet new living standards. Jack Roberts has the story.
Once a thriving community at the heart of industrial Manchester, this neighbourhood is now just empty terraced houses, boarded up and falling apart.
All that, however, is about to change. These are just a few of the 62 derelict houses that Manchester City Council has acquired from the Guinness Northern Counties. Work has already started on turning them into affordable family homes, which will then be managed by Housing Group 1 Manchester.
Plans outlined by the council list another 151 properties in the neighbourhood which will undergo major improvements. The work will be carried out by Waits Living Space and will also see streets resurfaced, bricks repointed and more car parking and green spaces. The estimated cost of the project is £15.61 million, the majority of which will be sourced through borrowing, while £4.74 million will come from the private sector. On paper, the development seems like a turn in the right direction. Some locals, however, have expressed concerns over tenancy agreements and say they want to see local families being offered properties before outside landlords get their hands on them, asking for more extortionate rent.
The council has assured people, however, that there is a fair system in place to ensure all the properties go to those in urgent need. They will be managed by 19 not-for-profit landlords. The question remaining, however, is this the answer to Manchester's housing crisis?
It's done.
It's looking set to get colder in the next few days. Cameron has more.
And see, it's not sunny. In fact, it's raining and will continue to rain later on. Highs of 8 degrees today. Tomorrow is Friday, starting your weekend off well. In true Winter Olympic fashion, it's going to snow with highs of 5 degrees. Keep warm. Saturday comes, it's going to rain some more. Highs of 9 degrees though, so we're on our way to summer. In fact, no, we're not, because Sunday comes and it's going to snow. Highs of 3.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.